My cymbal setup for the next upcoming Shadows Fall record is going to be pretty extensive because I have so many, primarily because I have so many amazing, great Zildjian cymbals that sound so awesome that I can't really decide what I want to use for the record. So I think I'm going to be switching it up. My main setup is probably going to be the 21 Z3 rides that I was talking about, the prototype rides, the 16 or the 16 China or the 17 China. The K Dark Crash is definitely staying. The 2 medium A customs are going to stay, but they might be swapped out with 2 prototypes that Paul Francis gave me of some new secret alloys that Zildjian's working on, and they just sound amazing. So I might be using those on the record as well. The hi-hats will remain the same. The splashes might change around too. I might go back and forth between the A's and the K's. And the China, I'm still debating if I want to do the Oriental or the A custom. And I'm probably going to also add a 19K Dark Crash to the right and probably a 19 on the left. Just because some of the fills I'm doing, it's easier just to come out and have a crash over here rather than trying to swing back over here. But the thing is, I like, there's just so many great sounding cymbals. I like a nice mixture of A's and K's, basically. I like the darkness of the K's, but I like the brightness of the A's as well. My live setup is yeah, it's the same as the studio, with the exception of, as I said before, using the medium crashes in the studio and the projections for live. My approach to developing a drum part for the new album, it pretty much goes back to any drum part I create for whatever album. It always comes down to serving the song. With Shadows Fall and any of my own projects, I at least have the ability to play a little bit more outside the box and play a little bit for myself, as opposed to if I'm hired to do something, then your job is to do what that artist wants you to do on their record. You know, hopefully you'll get a chance to branch out here and there, but it's always to serve the song. If double bass belongs in that part, then you put it in. If it doesn't, I come up with some cool groove. Hey guys, look at this! I worked on this for 2 hours in the basement. I want to put it in. Well, no, because that's gonna just totally muddy up the vocal line. Then you have to know when to say when. What's next for Jason Bittner and Shadows Fall? Well, actually, currently, as soon as we finish up this tour that's going on right now, meaning the clinic tour that I'm on, I get home. I have about a week off. We do a little bit more pre-production, and then we go right into the studio and start making the new Shadows Fall record, which should be out early 2012, and then we'll be tackling the world on another world tour. And also, currently, right now, I have a few other projects that are in the works. I'm playing with a band called Hellspeak, and ironically, our guitar player's sister works for the Zildjian company. So we have a 5-song EP coming out very soon. I've also done some work with a guitar player from Connecticut called Tom Caputo, and his record should be coming out shortly as well. And I also playing drums on that is another Zildjian artist, Mark Zonder, who's one of my favorite drummers from Fates Warning many years ago. And lastly, I'm on a brand new record by ex-Megadeth guitarist Marty Friedman that just came out in Japan this past week, called Tokyo Jukebox No. 2, and that was actually the first session I've done with Zildjian cymbals way back in March out at Village Recorders in LA, and just really fun time. And a lot of the stuff on that record, you'll hear the 6 songs that I played on his album. You'll hear a lot of stuff where I'm sure people who are fans of mine will go, okay, I understand it. I can totally hear that's Jason Bittner, and then there's going to be some things that they hear where they go, wow, that's him. So it was kind of cool because it got a chance for me to bring out some of the old fusion chops and the Berkeley chops.